Welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium in Auburn, Alabama. EA Sports college football coverage continues on this Saturday with a mid-afternoon clash. It ought to be a sensational game. It's the Tennessee Volunteers and the Auburn Tigers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Guys, I caught up with Tennessee's head coach before the game. This is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Volunteers ready to kick it away first. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Might be changing the route. On the direct snap, it's Washington. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And that's not a surprise who made that play. And this is just the opening drive, but we're going to hear his name a lot. He flies all over the field, shows up in the run, shows up in the pass. Big-time playmaking linebacker that every time you turn on the tape, you see him flying around.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. The give to the left. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains.
Here we go. Ready.
On the direct snap, it's Cobb. And that's not going to be a first down. He stopped just millimeters away from moving the chains. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat.
Now, ready. Black 14. Black 14.
They'll send the back in motion. Snap to the back. He's not quite going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs as the defense stops him a few yards short.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Running inside, it's Bishop. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Setting up the screen. There he goes. Touchdown, Once he got some room, it was over.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Trying play action. He's moving out of the pocket. Fires downfield. Got it in the middle. It's Singleton. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
You know, if you're going to complete some of these deep crossing patterns, the offensive line has got to be able to hold up because you know that receiver, it's going to take him time to get where he needs to be. So everybody up front really has to do a nice job of creating a clean pocket for the QB to throw from. Really good execution.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's a give to Washington. Makes it past the marker. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
You know, in the SEC, you're going to have to run the football if you're going to win games. And you can go on and on talking about great Auburn running backs back in the day, but right here, right now, if this team's going to win an SEC championship, they need to force-feed this guy the football and let him go to work.
The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. There's a crease. And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Turning it on! Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a 1st down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for space. It's Cobb. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Washington. And he's going to wind up losing a couple of yards as time expires here in the 1st quarter. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. He wants to change this route. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Give to the running back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Sends it back in motion. Defense looks as if it's coming. Makes the grab. It's Davis. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a 1st down at the 38.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Going to the running game. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 1st down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Nice 1st down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Got enough for the 1st. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shug Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the plains.
Here's a give to Washington. There's a little room there. And he scores! Touchdown, Tigers!
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. And you saw it right there.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Gonna run it. It's Bishop. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. A loose football in the end zone and the defense there to pounce on it for 6.
It's a defense that plays with great effort. You saw it right there. Creating the fumble, jumping on the loose ball for a score. What a momentum-shifting play.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Lining up to add another. And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Got his man! And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the right. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. He lobs one high down the left side. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. They just keep firing. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. It's complete. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And that's an interesting choice for this offense, and specifically for the quarterback, man. 4th down, throwing the ball underneath the stick. When you're not getting a first down, you got to put that ball on the money, have your guy with some open space so he can run. Defense was all over that drag route. They broke on the football, no space, nowhere to go, forcing the 4th down.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
And the Volunteers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. The run inside. It's Bishop. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
He's going for the big play. He's got it. He is in. Touchdown, Vols.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a stat that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Timeout is called. It's the second charge to Tennessee. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Intercepted. Big play, stops the drive.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just gravy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Brown will throw it. Here's the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
After the incompletion, looking at second down. They'll run play action. Throws. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Gets it to the back. Could not make his way to the corner. The Vols will now use their final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's got it. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Woof. That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points up. He wants to go deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play, and the wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Intercepted deep in his own end. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Fellas, welcome in to our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We begin with Boise State taking on the Memphis Tigers.
They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38.
And it's the Broncos, looking to make it 3 straight victories to start the new year. So far, so good. They lead this one in the first half.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee.
Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside, Mac.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things, because they're just not hitting at a high clip, and they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some pressure off their quarterback.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. And some room to work. Picks up the first down. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
Man, if he doesn't drop it, there's 2 picks in 2 consecutive drives. He was in great position to make another play, just couldn't secure the catch.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. A little screen to the running back. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the first down.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Second down, he'll throw it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bishop. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because
Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play. But if you want to play that defense, I think you'll get that pattern a lot from that guy.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Takes it from the gun on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes, but fourth and short. Now, decision time, baby.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a single.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to him on the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Timeout is called, and they got it just in the nick of time before the delay of game penalty. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. from the gun. Fires to the right. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. That's their freshman quarterback who was injured on the play. As they attend to him, Holly will keep an eye on things for us. And now on second down for this offense. Oh, they're after him. Flips it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Third and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
He'll take it on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Found a little running room on that one, picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Oh, he's got some space.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Give to Washington again. Maybe a crease. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. So first down will open up the final period. Gonna run it. It's Cobb. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. Keep it on the ground. Bounced off his feet. Timeout is called. It's the second charge to Tennessee. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Facing third and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Off the play fake. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Looking for more room. the 10. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Dude, talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
And a late opportunity to grab the lead here. A touchdown would be huge. They'll run it. It's Bishop. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Tries again to get it in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing the 3rd down and goal.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. It's Bishop. Touchdown Volunteers! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
That is complimentary football at its finest. The defense gets the turnover. The offense punctuates it, uses it to their advantage, takes the lead late in the football game. Now that defense that just gave you a good stop, they need another one for you.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. He's looking to throw. Pass is incomplete. They can't convert the 2, and the lead stays at 5. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. And now, after being stymied for this entire second half, they must put a scoring drive. Breaks into the open. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically?
They've got a first down here. Want to start his bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. On first down, it's Bryson Washington again. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback making adjustments. Brown wants to pass. Fires quickly. Quick step and go. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
And that was the perfect play call, throwing the slant against the blitz. There's one less guy in coverage because they're bringing an extra guy after the quarterback. So QB gets it out quickly, throws it out in front of his target. He's able to catch it, and not just that, he's able to advance it for an explosive play.
Power football with the run. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's a give to Washington. Maybe some room here. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
On first down, it's Bryson Washington again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Home crowd not going to love it. You got to throw the ball to win this game. They do not like the play call with not a lot of time left in the game.
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. They're working that left side. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead.
Ready. Black 18. Black 18.
They'll run it with Bryson Washington. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Touchdown, Tigers! They've got the lead here in the 4th. The Tigers are back on top.
Now, you talk about finishing games with a purpose, with a plan, executed to perfection, taking almost all of the clock, executing brilliantly down the stretch of this football game, making plays, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
It's incomplete. They can't stretch out the lead as a 2-point conversion attempt fails, but they'll still try to hang on for the final seconds. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Looking downfield on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the 4th quarter, you've got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. The ball hits the ground, and this thing is over. An absolutely heartbreaking loss. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.